Hi everyone, this is Srinivas Reddy. So I'm going to discuss about what is container. Like that, I mean, it is a Docker container. So container, it is nothing but a running state of the image. We can tell it is nothing but a running state of the image. I mean, here container it consisting of an applications also, applications and all other dependencies also there. So directly we can expose our application from the container. Okay, it is nothing but a running state of the image. See, container, I mean, we can start a container, we can stop a container, and we can go inside a container. We can check logs of a container, and we can attach volume to the container, and we can I mean, we are going to add our network to the container also. Suppose if they are going to ask question what is container, don't give simple answer. Okay, you can give elaborately. I mean, so what is container in the sense? Many people they will tell it is nothing but a running state of the image. When we are going to run our image, it is nothing but a container, but not like that. So you can approach okay in different ways. Okay, so what you can do with container? Okay, you can start, you can stop, you can check the logs. Okay, you can attach a value, you can connect a network to the container, correct? So like this we need to tell. I mean, inside the container all the dependencies everything will be there. I mean, everything, I mean, it is an suppose if an application is there. Okay, so application dependencies everything will be ready and it is ready to use. Got it? So next, what is Docker image? So Docker image, it is nothing but developer they are going to write a Docker file, correct? So once we build a Docker file, we will get our image. So image, it is nothing but a read only template. Okay, see, inside a Docker file you have different types of commands. Okay, so we are going to build in the sense we will get a image. What we can do with image in the sense we can build our image to I mean, we are going to run our image to get our container, correct? So how we can get our image in the sense by building a Docker file. Okay, so what we can do with image? See, we can create a container. Okay, and we can push our image from local to the Docker Hub repository also. And see, if you are going to change inside a Docker file any command, okay, enter image, it is not going to be changed. Only the layer of that only the layer will be changed, not it is going to be changed entire Docker image. So remember this one. And what is a Docker file? The next question. So Docker file, it is nothing but it is a text file which consisting of Docker file commands in one order to get your image. Okay, it is nothing but a text file. So inside you have the different type of Docker file commands: cmd, entry point, environment variables, env, I mean add, working directory, run, like that. Okay, so the next question, what is Docker Compose? Docker Compose, it is nothing but a YAML file. So if you want two containers for your application, so we are going to mention directly two images and which port number we are going to assign. The port number is expose port number is also there, and similarly and I mean mount path is also will be there. I mean volume related thing also there. Suppose if you are going to be work with multiple containers at a time, we can prefer this Docker Compose. So second container will be there. There is no single, I mean, we have the single container, but the single container, it is not going to do everything. Okay, and supported container will be there. We are going to be work with another container. It is nothing but a Docker Compose. In Docker Compose, you have Docker Compose.yaml file will be there. It consists all the things, I mean services, networks, volumes, everything. So Docker Compose, it is used for creating multiple containers and host them and establish a communication between them also. And the purpose of communication between two containers, I mean because coordination will be needed, right? So the communication, it is compulsory. I mean, the network will be the same, okay, between the two containers, and ports are exposed by the differently. I mean, the default port number of each container will be different, right? So we can expose with the different port numbers. Okay, next, what is Docker image register? Okay, see, Docker image registry, it is nothing but where we are going to uh, I mean to store our images. Okay, where we can store our images, it is nothing but a registry. See, people, they are not going to use containers directly, right? So they are going to pull image, and then they are going to run that image to get a container. So this registry, it is nothing but either it is public registry and private registry, both are there. I mean, public and private, it is available in the Docker Hub. So we can push our images from local to the central of that Docker Hub repository, either it is public or private. So next question, how many Docker components are there? So Docker components, in the sense, they are asking, if they are going to ask this question, you need to explain briefly about the architecture of Docker. So you need to tell that architecture. There is a client, okay, and after that you have the Docker host. On top of the Docker host, you have the Docker daemon, and a registry is there. So client, it is nothing but user who is going to give the commands, okay, who is going to give the commands. I mean, Docker pull, Docker run, okay, a Docker stop or something, whatever the command we are going to give, that is nothing but from the client. Okay, so client. And similarly, Docker host is there, and Docker daemon is there. Okay, Docker daemon, what is the function of Docker daemon? In the sense, Docker daemon is the main responsible to create a container, and to create a volume, to create a network, okay, to create image, everything. Okay, but Docker daemon, it is going to be communicate from the client through the API. Okay, API is there in between the API. Okay, it is going to be communicate from the client to the Docker daemon, and one Docker daemon will be communicate with the other Docker daemon also. And Docker host is there, right? Host is, it is nothing but where Docker engine was installed. Okay, on top of the Docker host, we have the Docker engine, it is main part. Okay, and coming to the third part, okay, that is Docker registry. So finally we have the image, right? We are going to push that image to the registry for future purpose. Okay, so mainly we can tell these are the three: Docker client and Docker host. On top of the Docker host, we have the Docker daemon. Okay, and this Docker daemon establishes the connection between the Docker registry also. We need to remember this one. Okay, yeah, thank you everyone.